houses for 30 years, and there's 3 products I just will not bring into my client's home. Now, I know you're gonna disagree with some of these, maybe, but you need to hear me out because they cause more damage than they do good. And these are the 3 things I just won't use. Vinegar. I will not take this in a customer's home. And I know what you're thinking, but it's a good cleaner, Cindy. It is a good cleaner. I use it in my own home, but I do not take it in a customer's home. And here's why. Nowadays, most homes have stone countertops, stone bathrooms, stone shower, just stone everywhere, stone floors, also wood. This is high acid and it's not good for any stone or any wood. If you knew how much damage I have seen from vinegar, I mean, and countertops, bathrooms, floors, those are very expensive. So it's not worth the risk of taking vinegar inside a home. It also doesn't mix well with cleaners. I don't know what the client has sprayed before I came. I know what I bring, but I don't know what somebody else has sprayed, and it can make a toxic gas that's very harmful. So therefore, I never ever bring vinegar in a client's home. The second thing would be Fabuloso, and you have to hear me out on this. So I've been cleaning for 30 years. The first 20 years, I used high fragrant cleaners like Fabuloso. And I thought, well, I want the customer, when they walk in, to smell, wow, it's really clean, right? I switched to natural products. So I started to notice my smell was so much better. I started to notice I could smell things I never thought about smelling anymore. And then once I smelled stuff like this, it would make me nauseous. Now, it didn't before. I was just highly used to it. But now it makes me nauseous too. We really, really need our sense of smell to clean. When you open the pantry, you can smell there's some onions rotting. When you open the refrigerator, you can smell that refrigerator stinks. You can smell trash. You can smell urine in the bathroom. When you use a lot of highly fragrant things like this, your sense of smell is getting destroyed, and you won't be able to smell these things. So it's really important. It's one of our senses to smell in order to be able to clean properly and notice like some mold smell or something like that. Plus the fact that I had some customers complain about the nauseousness of it, and once I got away from it, I started to have nausea too from it. It's all purpose. So all purpose cleans about 70-80% of your home. So I do use some toxic stuff, but just switching out your all-purpose to all natural, you're 70% there. So it's a major thing that we smell a lot and clean with a lot. And I really urge you just to try this experiment and see. Go natural for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, buy a bottle of natural cleaner, use it around your home, and then go back and clean with this stuff if you want to, and see if there's not a big difference. I promise you, just test this and see. The third thing is Bona, and I have 2 reasons why I don't use it, and I have a bonus tip if you do use it. So if you notice on social media, a lot of us professional house cleaners, we don't use Bona and we don't like Bona because we know that it makes the floor tacky. And when your floor is left tacky, it's like a noise when you walk, you can feel it, and it attracts more dust. And also it leaves it dull looking. The second reason why I don't like using Bona is because the mop. It's the worst mop in the world. It's got this bent handle that's not very long, and it doesn't glide well. And I'll use a flat mop, but that flat mop a Bona has does not glide well. It forces you to bend like this, and it's really bad for your back. So if you use Bona, don't use that Bona mop. And here's my tip for Bona to get better results if you insist on using it. Always dilute your Bona. You can read on the back of the bottle. A lot of times they'll have the dilution on them, And it really does make a better finish if it is diluted, because it seems to be very strong to me. Try that and see if you don't find a difference. And hey, what of these 3 tips do y'all agree with, if all of them, or you disagree? I would just love to know. And thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next week. Bye.